What's up, guys? It is Brian here. Today, going to be talking about the NFL Divisional Round for this Saturday, which is Seattle at Atlanta and Houston at New England. So let's just get this started. Seattle Seahawks and Atlanta Falcons. Tail of the tape for the Seattle Seahawks. They destroyed the Detroit Lions, and the wide receivers, they had a big day. Doug Baldwin intercepted Jermaine Kearse. That was weird. That was cool at the same time. And Paul Richardson decided to be Odell Beckham Jr. for one game. Yes, hopefully he can keep it up against the Falcons this week. But he had a really acrobatic game against the Lions. That was pretty impressive on his part. And Russell Wilson had a good day as well. The defense had an amazing day as well. They stopped Matthew Stafford. They had no running game to speak of for the Detroit Lions, and they end up winning 26-6 and pretty easy win. And I was not surprised with anything. I pretty much had everything nailed in the coffin. I was pretty accurate on that part. Let's get to this week. Atlanta had a bye week, so hopefully they're rested up for this matchup against the Seattle Seahawks. For my prediction for this matchup, I'm going to be going with the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons. I think Atlanta offensively, they're 10 times better than the Detroit Lions, and Matt Ryan, he's the MVP for this whole season in my opinion. I mean, we could say Aaron Rodgers just now defeating Eli Manning and the Giants, but it doesn't count the playoffs, so we can't count the playoffs for any more league MVP type award. That's just me, but I think Matt Ryan's going to find some targets. He's going to find Julio Jones. Julio Jones had a fantastic game against the Seattle Seahawks last time, racking up more than 130 yards and I think a touchdown as well, so he had a great game. But we had that little controversial ending at the game when Richard Sherman, I guess, PI'd Julio Jones near the end of the game, but I'm going to keep it like that. I don't want to get into controversies. It happened. I'm not going to try to complain about that, but I just feel they're going to right the wrong for this matchup. I think Julio Jones is going to have another great game as always. He's just a big receiver. He's one of my favorite receivers because he's so big. He's like Calvin Johnson, and nobody can stop him. You need to double coverage this guy in order to contain him big time. And Devonta Freeman and Coleman, they're going to have great games as well, in my opinion. I think the running game is there for them to use, not like the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions had no running game to speak of. I think Atlanta's going to use it big time, and I just feel offensively they can defeat the Seattle Seahawks by themselves, and this is the time when they need Earl Thomas to be playing right now, but unfortunately he's still injured, so he's not going to be playing this game. So I think that's a big detriment for the Seattle against Atlanta, because Atlanta is a really high-powered offense, and defensively for the Atlanta Falcons, I think they can contain the Seattle Seahawks offense. I think led by Vic Beasley, I think they're a pretty damn good defense. Not the best defense, but enough to contain an offense for the whole game. And by the way, Vic Beasley did lead the league in sacks, so that was pretty impressive as well. To the point, I think Seattle's playoff run ends here, just like last year when they played the Carolina Panthers. Although they almost beat the Carolina Panthers, they lost in a dramatic fashion, 31-24, I think. And I mean, the score could be like that. I think it'll be along the lines like that. I'm just gonna get to it. So Atlanta offensively, I think they're better than Seattle's defense because Earl Thomas is out, and I think Matt Ryan's gonna be doing some work with Julio Jones and all the weapons that he has on offense. It's just wow, high power. That's all I can say. And I think defensively they'll do enough to stop Russell Wilson and the pretty stale offense when it can be stale. But last week they were pretty good, but I think it's gonna be stale this week in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but that's just me. Final score for me would be Atlanta 31, Seattle 25. I think that's pretty accurate for the reasons I said before. I think Atlanta moves on to the NFC Championship game, and I don't know who they're gonna play, so we'll find out on Sunday. But I won't be predicting the Cowboys-Packers game yet. I'll do that in another video. That's pretty much it. I think Atlanta wins this game and moves on to the NFC title game. Next up, the Houston Texans and New England Patriots. Who am I gonna go with for this matchup? I really don't want to talk about Texans and Patriots. I think we know what happened on Thursday Night Football when they got destroyed 27-0. Even without Tom Brady, they had Jacoby Brissett start that game, and he did all right, but he had a rushing touchdown. LeGarrette Blount had 2 rushing touchdowns as well, and they just dominated the Texans that game. Maybe it'll be a different story. Maybe they'll score more than 0 points, the Texans, but I feel like their Super Bowl run ends here, and they won't be going to Houston to play in the Super Bowl, in my opinion. They just had to run into this team, and that's pretty unfortunate, but I think Tom Brady's going to just light up this defense. I know they played well against the Oakland Raiders, but that was without Derek Carr. That was with Connor Cook starting his first game ever in his career in a playoff game of all places. I think New England runs away with this game. Final score for me will be New England 28, Houston 14. That's just my prediction. I think Tom Brady gets it done. I think the Patriots defense gets it done as well, and I think Houston struggles, and Brock Osweiler is going to have a bad game in my opinion, just like he did on Thursday Night Football. As much as I want the Texans to win the game, I want to see a different team in the AFC Championship game. I think New England goes into their whatever straight AFC Championship game. I don't know how many straight they've been, but they've been to a lot, so I'll just keep it like that. I'll just keep New England winning, and that's pretty much it, guys. There's nothing else to predict about the Patriots and Texans game, so I'm just leave it like that. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you like this video, as always, please like, subscribe, do whatever you want with this video, and I will be catching you guys up later when I predict the other matchups, so the Kansas City Chiefs and Pittsburgh Steelers and Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers. So I'll catch you guys up later, and you guys have a nice rest of your days. Bye, guys!